How's it going, guys? Of course, hope you guys had a great week. So it is that time of the month again, guys. It is time to talk about some of the biggest game releases coming out in May 2023. So kicking us off this month is Redfall. This is a new co-op shooter from Arcane Studios. The game is set within the fictional titular island town of Redfall, Massachusetts in the United States. After a failed scientific experiment, a legion of vampires invades and isolates the town from the outside world. Trapped inside Redfall, players must choose among 4 unique survivors, each with their own unique background and abilities, and slay their enemies, vampires, and human collaborators alike. The game can be played solo or cooperatively and will support cross-play, although that's not saying much given that this is an Xbox PC exclusive for Microsoft. Redfall looks like it shares elements of Deathloop Dishonored with elements of Far Cry in its open world design. If you're a big fan of Arcane or looking for something to scratch that cooperative itch, Redfall is set for release on the 2nd of May. The second title coming out this month is Darkest Dungeon 2. This is a role-playing game with roguelike elements from Red Hook Studios. It is the sequel to 2016's Darkest Dungeon, which was best known for its really interesting affliction system, which would indicate a hero's stress levels and resolve. These could be affected by a number of factors, including hunger, witnessing the death or wounding of a fellow party member, and so on. Unchecked stress levels could then interfere with the behaviour of the character, such as being frightened or unable to fight directly, and even acting without or against a player's direction. This mechanic will return in the Darkest Dungeon 2, which has been in early access on PC since October 2021, with the full version of the game finally releasing this month. Combat in the game is turn-based, with the ultimate goal being to reach a mountain, which is a source of evil that has overtaken the world. The original Darkest Dungeon stands at a very strong 91% very positive on Steam, and the sequel hopes to build and improve on the foundations of this when it releases on the 8th of May. The third game coming out this month is The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. This is the heavily anticipated sequel to Breath of the Wild, and it is finally coming out this month. Nintendo has a tendency to change things up with their Zelda sequels, and that definitely seems to be the case here. Players will be able to explore an entirely new sandbox area in the new Sky Islands, as well as experiment with an entirely new kit of skills, including the ability to rewind time and fuse any 2 objects in the world, which can be used to craft new weapons and combat options, as well as creating some pretty creative vehicles. The most recent trailer has definitely piqued my interest, and I'm very curious to find out just what is going on and how Ganon is back looking fiercer than ever. I can't wait to jump into Tears of the Kingdom when it releases on the 12th of May. The fourth game coming out this month is LEGO 2K Drive. This is an upcoming LEGO-based racing game developed by Visual Concepts and of course published by 2K. The game sounds like Forza meets LEGO. It is set in Bricklandia, which consists of a number of regions which can be freely explored by players. In addition to completing the story, players can complete different mini-games and challenges in the game's world. Players will be able to create their own vehicles with 1,000 LEGO pieces and can also transform their vehicles mid-race. For instance, a land-based vehicle can transform into a boat when it is driven into water. The game will include both cooperative and competitive multiplayer modes and support 2-player split screen and 6-player online play respectively. If you're looking for a racing game to jump into or just love LEGO games in general, LEGO 2K Drive releases on the 19th of May. The fifth game coming out this month is Miasma Chronicles. This is a new tactical RPG from the creators of Mutant Year Zero Road to Eden, the Bearded Ladies. The game's setting looks really interesting. Set in the not too distant future, America has been torn apart by a savage force known as the Miasma. You play as Elvis, a young man brought to the mining town of Sedentary as a baby, left by his mother in the care of a robotic older brother and given a mysterious glove with which he can control the miasma. The story follows the brothers' tale as they embark on a quest to find answers, including what the miasma actually is and where it comes from. The Bearded Ladies have created an interesting looking post-apocalyptic world with fun looking XCOM style tactic turn-based combat and RPG elements. If you're interested, Miasma Chronicles is set for release on the 23rd of May. The sixth game coming out this month is Amnesia The Bunker. This is an upcoming first-person horror survival game from developer Frictional Games. The game is set in World War I, in which you play a French soldier left alone in a desolate bunker with only one bullet remaining in the barrel of your gun, a noisy dynamo flashlight, and other scarce supplies to scavenge and craft along the way. It's up to the player to face the oppressing terrors in the dark, keep the lights on at all costs, search for and use tools such as weapons to survive, and make your way out alive. Hunted by an ever-present threat reacting to your every move and sound, you must adapt your playstyle to face hell. Every decision will change the outcome of how the game responds. The developers have stated the game will offer randomization and unpredictable behavior, meaning no playthrough is the same. If you're interested, Amnesia The Bunker is set for release on the 23rd of May. The seventh game coming out this month is Warhammer 40k Boltgun. This is an upcoming first-person boomer shooter from developer Roch Digital, set in the Warhammer 40k universe. Within the game, players control a space marine battling against chaos space marines and chaos demons. Its gameplay and artistic style are heavily influenced by retro first-person shooters from the 90s like Doom. It looks fun and action-packed, and it is set for release on the 23rd of May. The eighth game coming out this month is After Us. This is a beautiful looking adventure platforming game from Piccolo Studio, in which you play as Gaia, the spirit of life, and must navigate gorgeous looking platform environments in an abstract world to salvage the souls of extinct animals, bring them back to the Mother's Ark, and revive these creatures after learning their final fate and restore life to the planet. The art direction and movement remind me heavily of Journey, although the game will also include action sequences as you fight the oil-covered devourers that roam the wasteland in search of remaining life. After Us looks absolutely beautiful, and if it can capture even some element of Journey, it's sure to be something special. Certainly, After Us is set to offer an emotional journey when it releases on the 23rd of May. The ninth game coming out this month is The Lord of the Rings Gollum. This is an upcoming action-adventure game from developer Daedalic Entertainment. Based on the works of J.R.R. Tolkien, it follows Gollum between the events of The Hobbit and The Lord of the Rings. According to the developer, it will explore an original, never-before-told story about Gollum. The gameplay will focus predominantly on stealth and parkour, as Gollum escapes from Mordor, where he escapes the mouth of Sauron and encounters the demon spider Shelob, to the dungeons of the Elven King Thranduil, Legolas's father, along his perilous journey. As a huge fan of The Lord of the Rings, I am curious to see the story on offer here, and while the game's visuals and animations do seem a little janky, I am intrigued by a purely stealth game if handled correctly. If you're interested, The Lord of the Rings Gollum is set for release on the 25th of May. And finally, the 10th game coming out this month is System Shock. This is the fully fledged remake of the groundbreaking original from 1994, combining cult classic gameplay with all new HD visuals, updated controls, an overhauled interface, and all new sounds and music. The game revolves around a psychotic AI called Shodan, who has taken control of a Citadel station and turned the crew into an army of cyborgs and mutants. She now plans to do the same to Earth, and you must explore and battle your way through the depths of a space station gone to hell. Stop Shodan and avert humanity's destruction. If you want to experience this 1994 classic with modern gameplay, frame rate, and visual improvements, you can check out System Shock when it releases on the 30th of May, and if you're still unsure, there is actually a downloadable demo available to check out on Steam right now. So there are just some of the biggest game releases coming out in May this year. Quite a stacked month, to be honest. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Are there any of these these games that you're really interested in, you're definitely going to be picking up this month. If there's any games that you're looking forward to that I haven't mentioned that you think deserve a mention, please do share those in the comment section below. As always, thank you so much for all your support. It's massively appreciated. Do remember to hit the like button and also subscribe if you haven't already done so you get notifications for when new videos release. A special shout out, of course, to my YouTube members and Patreons for going the extra mile. I really couldn't do what I do without your support, so it is really appreciated. Anyway, I'll be back again next month in June with the top game releases, so do look forward to that, and there's plenty more content planned for the month ahead. So yeah, keep tuned, and I'll be back again soon. Anyway, hope you guys have a great week. Take care, and as always, happy gaming. Bye guys. I should go.